Welcome to this video on a month of mindfulness, a short video series of monotangles in black and white, with the emphasis on here and now with a pen. On today's video I'm going to use an extra pen. I've got here a brush Pigma pen. Just gives me a little bit of extra ability to be able to pop some black down fast, because today's tangle is one of my favourite simple drama tangles. And you can have a lot of fun with it because it's drawn quite unexpectedly, and sometimes as life throws us unexpected things we have to accept them and move on. The tangle that I'm talking about is Gneiss. It's not spelt the usual way, it's spelt Gneiss, after the rock, Gneiss. And I've just got a small sample here of a rock slice, and this is where this tangle gets its inspiration from, with lots of patterns etc. going on inside the rock. Nature at its loveliest. So if I just pop my rock to one side, I mentioned I'm going to use a couple of pens here. So I'll just also pop my pencil and my tortillon to the side, and I'll grab my normal pen. And just somewhere in the middle of the tangle you want to pop a dot. This is going to be the centre of our focus. And then I'm just going to take my pen, and from the dot I'm going to draw a line that goes out towards the outside section. If you're working with Gneiss with inside an orb, do take your line to the edge of that section, of that string. If you're working just on a tile, you don't need to go to the edge, and I'm slowly then going to go from the same dot, a repetitive line, out towards the edge. Rotate the tile as you're going to pop the stroke from the dot out to the edge. When I'm doing this, I like to be quite generous with my sections. Imagine that you've baked a cake for your friends and you want to give them all a very generous piece. So when you cut it up, put it in large wedge chunks. You may have 5 or 6 slices, you may have more. And then I'm going to use the same element stroke that I used when we drew Tripoli, and that's the lovely floating bird flying in the sky. And from the ends of these lines I'm just going to take my bird and go from wingtip to body and back to wingtip. And I'm going to do this rotating the tile round to all of those slices now. From wingtip to the body and back to the wingtip. Wingtip, body, wingtip. Imagine that bird floating over the sky and seeing what he can see on the earth below. Wingtip, body, wingtip. Until you get back round to where you started. The reason for doing this tangle this way is as we put in this next line, which leaves from the bird's body down, back to the centre, from the body back down to that middle dot, we divide up the Gneiss into different sections, but an even number of sections. And when you've finished, we'll have an even number of sections, so we can do alternating with the drama. So just choose one section, it doesn't matter which you want to start with. I tend to start in the middle and I tend to work my way up through the section, filling it with the drama. I mentioned about using a thicker pen, and this is sometimes when I want to fill a lot of drama I might go to slightly a heavier nibbed pen. This might be a thicker micron, or as I say, I quite like having fun with this brush pen. I'm going to fill that whole section with black. I talked about alternating, so then I'll miss the next section and I'll start to fill the one next door. Some people find it easier to just mark the ones that they want to fill with black before they start. Other people are quite happy to just get into a lovely flow of ink one, miss one, ink one, miss one. Once I've done a few like this, we can have a little bit of fun with the drama. And by that, sometimes I pop in a little pencil guide to help me on my way. So just on this side of the of the Gneiss, with my pencil, I'm just going to draw a letter C. Then I'm going to give it an inner C. So you can see a little C and an inner C. And when I reach a section where there is black, but there's a C in there, I'm just going to draw around it. So what I mean is this one, start in the middle, but where this C comes with the pencil, I'm just going to go over with my pen, and I'm just going to not draw inside that little shape. So what we can do is unexpectedly add a little bit of sparkle into our Gneiss. Switch pens, because when I want to do the narrow area, I want to use my narrower pen. I notice that I've got a pencil line here. I'll switch it into pen and just fill the drama up to it. And then I'll add it on this side. I'm going to switch to my thicker pen when I've got a bigger area to cover. If you're working with just an 01, just take your time. Remember, there's no prizes for speed. Just enjoy the journey of popping that ink and filling the spaces. This one, 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 this one. I tend to go round, just checking that I'm doing the correct one. I know that eventually I'll come back to my start point. I'm going to use those pencil lines that I popped in as my guide. To just add a little bit of sparkle into the drama areas. Just take your time. I've got some birds just gently tweeting in the background, but I don't think they're quite loud enough to be picked up on the video. However, I can also hear my pen as it goes across the texture of the tile. Perhaps if you're working within a journal, you can hear that too. And perhaps gently hearing the journal rotating on your table as well. When I reach my last one here, I'll just check that all of my areas of drama are indeed filled completely with drama, or perhaps you've gone for a little effect inside them different to mine, until I get back to my start. And then I want to take a little bit of shading around. Oh, actually no, first of all I might finish off the edge. If you're doing yours to a section, then you'll have reached your edge. However, what you can do now, and I love this one because we can run it in, is I'm just going to go from wingtip round to wingtip, and then I'm just going to aura inside. And the nice thing about the drama here is you can just extend those aura lines into the drama area, so you don't have to be exact when you finish. And it's a lovely soft way of just finishing off this tangle. Just gently letting your pen roll into the drama area. We can add a little bit of sparkle into the aura lines as well if you like. Line from wingtip to wingtip, and then inner aura, using the drama to stop yourself gently with your pen. Now I've got all my ink done, so now I will switch to my pencil. I'm going to pop a little bit of shading in here, just where the lines are busy, just in the very centre. And I'm also going to pop a little bit of shading just around the outside edge here, where I did my inner auras. Rotating round, keeping your pencil away from you so it's easy to see exactly where you're hitting with your pencil. If you want to add a little bit of shading down one side of your sections, you're welcome to do so. Lots of different options here. Don't necessarily need to do the same as me. If you've got a favourite way of shading this tangle, by all means add it in. And then with my blending tool, just going to add a little bit of softness to that outside edge. And I'm going to add a little bit of softness around my tangle as I gently push the graphite into the paper. However you've chosen to shade yours might be slightly different to me. I hope you again appreciate the time you've spent to add your little tangle today. And how something can quite unexpectedly just blossom out of a little spot. When I've finished, I'll add my chop onto the bottom. So however, and just gently admire. Yeah, I'm happy the way that is. And you can just see a little bit of sparkle going on in there. There might be other ways in which you have shaded yours or added your drama. With this one I went for all straight lines and some stripes within my drama. For this one I've added an inner aura of drama and an inner aura of white. It's quite a fun way to just do it. And my curved lines just rotate all the way round so it looks as if the Gneiss is spinning. Lots of different ways with which to draw Gneiss. So I hope you've had fun, enjoy and appreciate.